from Missouri, and Missouri, and want to come on here a little bit tonight. Um, just kind of share what happened today. Uh, so today was day two. Actually, it was technically the first full day, but this was the second kind of like day of the camp meeting. First full day, but second day because it started yesterday. Um, and today we had prayer time at um, let's see here. We had prayer time at trying to think of what time we had prayer time at. We had prayer time at 7. We had breakfast at 8, and then Pastor Mike came in, and we had morning service at 9, and Pastor Mike talked about um, AI. He talked about DNA in the Bible and just all that stuff, Freemasonic, and its ties to Freemasonry and stuff like that. So it was a good teaching. Um, I mean, it was a lot of stuff that I've actually have heard before, so it wasn't anything new. Um, but it was a good service. It was very good service in the morning, and then we had lunch, and then just kind of did our own thing in the afternoon, and then came back for evening service, which started at 6 o'clock, and they had a couple preachers come on and preach, and then they had the kind of one of the the guest preacher. Who was it? It was um, uh, Brother Ronnie. Um, I think I think it's Brother Ronnie Simpson. I believe it is Brother Simpson. So Brother Simpson had got into his message was about uh, marriage and marital couples, and I was really confused at first because because it never really applied to me because I'm not married, but the way the message kind of progressed and to the time of being able to go out for prayer and stuff, it really correlated to me. So I actually had the opportunity to really go up for a couple things. Number one, ask for prayer for a wife, and and also prayer for my ministry as well. And so it was good service, really good service. It was really something that was really beneficial to me, anyways. And it was just something that um, it wasn't it wasn't like anything new, per se, what other people have told me, but it was something that I needed to hear. I think it was something that really God was um, really using them as an encouragement. Speak to Pastor Reg Kelly about it, and told them my desire to be married and stuff like that, and I told them some of the advice that I was given, and he seemed to agree. He didn't disagree at all with it. So he agreed with being able to not force it and stuff. Not Felly, I really appreciate him. He's a really good friend of mine. I've really gotten really close to telling you this church, Liberty Faith, is kind of my other home away from home. All right, um, I've gotten to know some really good people there. I've met a lot of people. Really had the chance to fellowship, and one of the things really, I guess, stuck out to a lot of people was my laugh, both online as well as those that were there. Of my laugh. I know there are some people that had inquired. Uh, they'd actually ask, if I was preaching and stuff, which was really interesting. They would ask that I am called to preach, and I said, well, if I get asked to preach, I would do it. And so, um, and so yeah. So and Pastor Reg Kelly, he knows I'm a preacher. He knows, um, and so his church has taken really good care of me. I really love that church. Really love Pastor Reg Kelly. Just a really just great man. Um, Going to be kind of staying in contact with him here and there, and it was just today was just this so far. It's just really been a blessing to me, anyways, and maybe I'm wrong, but it really seems that God had really brought me out here, really to learn and be encouraged, and just things that I just needed to be encouraged with, but also um, I'm not gonna lie, this trip really was a real faith tester. It was. Um, my faith was tested, and still is. And even when I was here, the devil even today was trying to fight me on some areas, and so um, it was a real faith tester. And so I think maybe perhaps the rest of I think starting tomorrow, and the trip will start to kind of you know go a little bit smoother, but we'll see how that goes. I am going to be down here, up here in Missouri, Norwood, for another couple days. Be tomorrow, and then going home Monday afternoon. I let Pastor Reg know, so he knows I'm going to be there for the rest of the time, pretty much, except for Monday evening, because I got to go to work on Tuesday, and so I'll be going home Monday afternoon. So y'all pray for safe travels, and you pray that God will get me home safely. And there is, I'm telling you, today was a good day, and I'm telling you what, it's really going to be hard for me to go home. Um, I may not want to go home, but I need to go home on Monday afternoon, and it's going to be really hard for me to do so because this is only day 2 into the camp meeting, and it's been such a blast. I've had a lot of good food, good fellowship, and had some homemade ice cream tonight. It was really delicious. Wish I had some yesterday, but it was really good ice cream, and so it was overall today was a good day. You all continue praying for me, all right? Not out of the woodwork yet, because I'm gonna still finish this trip off and then go home. So y'all pray for me for that, because that's gonna be very crucial. So once I get home and get settled, things will kind of ease back. So again, I just want to let you all know that there will not be any broadcast Tuesday or Saturday. Basically, a week from today and Tuesday, so there will be no broadcast, just because of everything. I have so much going on, and I got a message I need to prepare for next Sunday. Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, I'm going to be preaching at my church, Lord willing, and I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna. Yeah, Kevin, I gotta tell you something, okay? Um, Hang on to that thought. I gotta tell you all something that I think is just gonna just. Anyways, so I so okay. I have an idea what I'm going to be preaching on, and for some reason the devil's not liking this broadcast, so be in prayer for that. Um, so I already know what I'm going to be preaching on a week from tomorrow. So that's that. But I got to tell you something. Just the atmosphere at this camp meeting. I'm telling you, I really, really think that the air was just really thick with the anointing. I mean, just the anointing of God. And I know that's going to sound really kind of charismatic and kind of, whatever. But let me tell you from my standpoint on how I felt tonight, okay? Today, I really felt like preaching. I really wanted to get up and preach. And the best way I can describe it is it was as if something was starting to wind up and just starting to wind up, and just was not releasing. And so I really found myself tonight really wanting to get up and preach. Just get up and just preach, just as it was. And boy, I was getting so stirred up. Oh, I'm telling you, it was indescribable. And so I would agree with you, Kevin. It was the fire in the bones, and boy, I mean, just the anointing on that camp meeting was so. I mean, it felt thick. I mean, I was getting all stirred up, but just it was. And the thing is, it's getting to a point where I wanted to explode out and just start preaching. But it was hard. It's really hard to contain. It's kind of hard to contain that kind of stuff, but somehow by the grace of God, I didn't just get up and start, Anyways, but it was a really, I mean, it was really thick. So I mean, I just wanted to get up and just start, whatever. Um, but no, I'm telling you that God is doing something, and God had. If God didn't want me there, He wouldn't have. I wouldn't be there. Okay. So there's a reason why God had me go, and there's a reason why the devil has been fighting me the last week and a half about going. Okay. And so, but I'm telling you, I felt like I wanted to explode. Like explode in such a way that I just wanted to get up there and just start preaching my heart out. Mm-hmm. Yep. But, and I'll be honest with you, um, if that's okay, I'm going to be kind of just a heart to heart moment here. Um, so Pastor Reg has been actually selecting some preachers to preach for about 10-15 minutes. And I'll be honest with you, I think that it would have been great to have been chosen to go up there and preach. I think that would have been an honor. But I just don't think God's going to allow that. So I'm not going to really put stock into that unless there's something I'm missing. I just don't think God's going to allow that. I think this was really something more so for me to just to be comforted and to be encouraged by others. And I'll tell you what, Liberty Faith has taken good care. They've taken care of me, and they Pastor Reg knows I'm a preacher. He knows I'm called to that, and so he knows this. So I think this trip was really mainly for me to just really just to listen, not really talk. I think the preaching will come next weekend. So I think by the time I get back home and get back to my church, I miss my church. I love my church. I miss my church. I miss you guys too. I miss my home church. I miss my pastor. I miss you all. And for those of you that know who I am, you all know that I'm called to preach. You know that. I'm not just some person that claims that he's called to preach and whatever. I think you guys kind of see that as an evident thing in my life that I'm called to preach and eventually pastor. Um, I've had some people ask me over, actually within the last 24 hours, I had somebody ask me, um, do you think you'll pastor a church or what? And I said, I don't know. Kind of depends on what the Lord leads. I said, either A, the Lord's going to have me, take over a church that's already established, or, maybe the Lord might have me start a church. I don't know. It really depends on what the Lord has for me in that regard. So I don't know exactly what He has. All I do know is that I'm called to preach. Um, I know that I'm called to pastor eventually, and so, um, but whether or not, if it's going to be a church that's already established or if it's a church that I will start, is beyond me. Um, but as of right now, I intend to preach, and I intend to help out other pastors that might need help. Um, and if there's any pastors out there, if listen, if you guys, let me say this: if there's any pastors in the north, if there's any pastors um, that need help, just want to let you know I'm more than willing to help you all out. But it really depends on the church, depends on your doctrine, depends on what Bible you use, because I'm sure you don't want me, if you're an NIV church, you probably don't want me coming around with a King James, just because you probably will disagree with everything I preach, anyways. But understand that my home church is going to take precedent over. Um, my home church is going to take precedent over anything else, um, because my goal is to help. As of right now, my goal is to preach at my church, to feed the flock there. I know there's a lot of people that appreciate me. According to my pastor, I am very well loved at my church. Um, I don't know how much I'm loved, but there's just the way that he's been telling me is that I'm very, very well loved, and very well missed by a lot of people when I'm not there. So, that's my home church. So my home church will take precedence over anything, but I'm willing to help out pastors that need help. So if there's any pastors that that's in the Arkansas area, or even in the Missouri area, and you can't preach or anything like that, or if you just want someone to come preach that's King James, by all means, okay, just let me know. Um, so, but yeah, brother Kevin, I agree with you. God will open doors and stuff like that, um, but like I said, as far as knowing whether I'm gonna take over a church or just start a church is beyond me. I don't know at this point. Um, but my calling, I'm very positive and sure of my calling. There is no doubt about that. Um, and I had some really good conversations with Pastor Mike today. Didn't talk to him as much because I know he's busy and he's hurting, and he had to get back to Festus, and so I spoke to him a little bit with him today. Spoke to John Cooley today. John Cooley, I don't ask me if he's related to Jason Cooley, because I do not know, and he doesn't know either. So please don't ask, because I don't know. But John Cooley is the deacon at Bethel Church, and I had some good conversations with him, and he prayed over me. And listen, I've had a lot of people pray over me this camp meeting, so I am very, very blessed, very fortunate to have such great people to pray over me this trip, and very thankful that I came back a couple weeks later to this thing. I have no regrets, just saying. Anyways, so it's really not a whole lot new. Tomorrow is going to be kind of a similar day. They're going to have prayer, and then they're going to have breakfast, and then morning service, and then evening service. and then that will be it for tomorrow. And then Monday I will be doing the same thing again with like prayer, breakfast, and morning. And then after the morning, I'm going to be heading home. So, um, and what I'll probably end up doing is I will probably just end up doing a video. Um, I may just do a combined video. Might take down some notes or something, but kind of do a combined video when I get back home, of tomorrow and Monday. We'll see what happens. I have posted some pictures on my YouTube channel. If you go on the community page, just some pictures I took, really of myself. But there's some other ones too. Not exactly what I would had in mind. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I was hoping to maybe get one of Pastor Mike and Pastor Reg, but Pastor Reg, he's got a pretty big flock that he has to look after, and I'm not going to tie him down just with all my attention. All right, he's got to go around to other people too. So I need to be respectful of that. But overall, it's been a decent trip so far. It's just going to be a bummer to get home, but at the same time, it'll be great to get home. I miss my church family. It'd be good to get home and yeah, it'll be good to get home. Yeah. But I do ask, again, for your continued prayers in multiple areas. And remember to pray for Joey. I know he appreciates your prayers. It is what it is, right? So, anyways, really not a whole lot. I hope this blesses you. I'm doing these video updates just so I can kind of keep, keep you guys in the loop of what's going on, and yeah. So, but yeah. So that's really about it. Does any of you guys have anything that you'd like to say? Anything on your minds before I leave for the night? Brother Kevin, do you got anything that you want to share or add or say or anything on your mind? I'm a little confused by what you mean. What do you mean? But what do you mean by what? What did Pastor? I did actually mention this at the beginning of the video, but I'll be. No, you're good. I will re-mention quickly what he covered. Okay. So Pastor Mike, he spoke on, i.e. Oh no, Kevin, don't apologize. You're fine. I have no problem with letting you know and repeating myself. All right, so don't apologize. Pastor Mike, he talked about AI, artificial intelligence. He talked about how the Bible is DNA. He got into some Freemasonry stuff and how how they work and the secret of Freemasonry. Stuff like that. It's probably stuff that you probably already heard, but I know that he preaches that quite a bit to kind of make sure that other people hear it that haven't heard it. So, but yeah, he's talked about and as per AI, artificial intelligence, he got into like how a little bit of like Elon Musk and what he says about it and all that other jazz, and it was a pretty extensive message. I was worn out afterwards. I mean, it was a lot to take in. But I hope that answers your question, Kevin. That's what he preached on. So, anything else? And yet, anything on anyone else's mind? Um, Anything at all? Well, I guess if there's really not a whole lot of anything else, um, I don't have much else either. Good singing today. I actually went up today before service and actually sang with the group. I that's why I say that I really am getting close to this particular church because um, I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of them, a lot of those people, and I know I've been invited to. The person who does the song leading, he's actually invited me over to his house for the afternoon, so I might be going, I might be doing that tomorrow. So we'll see how that works. Great guy too. He also knows I'm called to preach, so he'll be praying for me on that too. I got a lot of people praying for me at that church. So, lots of prayers. I could really use them. That's all I got to say. So, anyways, guys, I love you. Um, that's my update for today. But you guys are the reason why I do what I do. I love you guys. Um, y'all pray for me, and yeah, I know I keep saying that. I get tired. I woke up at like 3 or 4. So, um, I'm telling you, it's only day 2, and it's been a good ride so far. It has been. I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised that God has allowed me to be here today, be here this weekend. So it's nice to kind of get away for a little bit. It was. But I love you guys. And maybe we'll see, Lord willing. I'll try to do a video tomorrow if I can, but if not, we'll just combine it. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great day tomorrow. Have a great day in church, or great listening. I'm sure some of you may be listening and tuning in to Reg Kelly's um, camp meeting. So, anyways, love you guys. God bless you. You guys have a good night. And we'll talk to you later. All right? God bless you guys. See ya. Love you.